Last fall, we tore down our kitchen, but the process didn't start there. We're going to cruise through here. I want to give you a little bit of a timeline for this. The process actually started back in 2017, where the decision to begin plans for this kitchen expansion, at that point we thought it was going to be a $40,000, $50,000 project. We were just going to rip a little piece off, put a little piece on. June 2018, we had the initial drawings. The spring the following year, the estimated cost was now at $500,000. September 2019, we get the engineered drawings, and we had decided that there was going to be this aggressive start date, that, if we could really push hard on this, we could start construction in fall of 2020. March of 2020, the bids from the contractors have been received, and now the estimate is now $1 million. Whoa, what do you mean? Okay, Lord, when we started this, we thought we were just doing 40, 50,000. And then the decision's made, okay, we're going to delay construction to the fall of 2021. COVID hits, and all of us try to figure out how to live through that. July 2020, TL Penner is selected as our contractor, and the permitting process begins the fall of that year. There's a new construction start date that's set up for the fall of 2022. And then that summer, construction costs again increased to $1.5 million. December of 2021, we reached the fundraising goal of $450,000. Spring of 2022, the estimated cost now at 1.8. Summer 2022, we're sitting there and we don't have enough money to even think about starting and having a kitchen operational for the next year. But we had set this date of fall of 2022. And so our board, we're midsummer, camp is running around all around us, unaware of the dozen people that are meeting in the chapel that night to decide, do we or don't we? Are we taking this step or not? And then ultimately, after much prayer, decided that this was the step. We were going to do it. And that was both exciting and terrifying. The fall of 2022, demolition begins. Les and I stood there on the top of the hill, the parking lot, as Tony's Traco dug into the kitchen, and Les looked at me and said, "Are you scared?" And I said, "I'm terrified." Because all of a sudden the safety net was gone. December 2022, we had hoped that we would be able to carry through till at least February, March, that our funds would carry us that far through into the project. December 2022 was a great awkward conversation with the project manager, who was also one of the owners, as I called him and told him we're out of money. That if you guys, I think you're going to have to stop because I've got nothing left. And he said, okay. He goes, geez, I'm far too emotionally invested in this project, but I've got partners. And he said, let me go talk to them. He calls me back, I think it was a day or two after that. He said, thanks for the heads up that you guys are out. We're going to keep going. Because we believe in this project, and we can't see that if we stop, that you're going to be able to have camp next summer, and that's just not an option for us. That last year's year-end giving was, I've never seen anything like that before. When you're going to grab the mail and you're thinking, geez, Lord, if over the course of this month, if we could get $100,000, that would be incredible. And not including the stuff that was given to our general fund, we had over $250,000 that came in, and away we go. The goal was to have that kitchen operational, ready to go by camp. And I can't tell you how many times throughout last fall, last winter, and early spring that I was like, we're not going to make it. And then something happened, like, I think we're going to make it. And something else would happen, go, we're not going to make it. Oh, what a roller coaster. Spring 2023, we reached the goal. And our fundraising reaches $1.4 million. Just unbelievable. This fall, the furnaces went in and are installed but not paid for. And so that's where we stand today. And the Lord just continues to bless as we take that next step, one more step. What's left to do? Estimated cost of what we have left is about $400,000. That'll pay for the furnaces and then do the exterior finishes with the veranda around it. We have to upgrade the dining hall to meet energy code. There's some new windows, styrofoam, those sorts of things have to go in. There's decks and patios that have to go in. The interior main washrooms need to be completed. They're just drywalled and painted. There's no fixtures or anything like that in. And then finally, the last step will be some new kitchen and office furnishings for that. And again, we're sitting here and we don't have the funds to pay for that. But I've learned one lesson from last year, and that is, okay, Lord, I'm done sitting here going, we're not going to make it. I'm just going to sit, and I'm just going to wait. And when you call me to go have a conversation with someone, I'll go have a conversation. When you put it on my heart to go and talk with someone, I'll go and talk with someone. When my phone rings, I'll pick it up. I can't tell you how many times throughout the last 2 years my phone has rang and I've had a conversation with someone I've never met who wants to give money to this project. Because the Lord tapped them and said, here, call this guy. And it's just been incredible to watch that money come in. And who knows that maybe 50 years from now, when Brendan is 75, 80 years old, he'll be standing in the camp office, staring out over camp, wondering out loud to this young guy saying, we had no idea that this is what the Lord had in store. That is what we're building towards. That's what we're working towards. It's being faithful with what the Lord has called us to do today, just like the men and women like Ross and Donna back in 1960. Who knows? Who knows what it looks like? We know that we've been called as a camp to show God's love, to share God's truth, and to build God's family. That is our vision. Right now, that looks like us operating a kids' summer camp. And so we want to say thank you to you. We want to say thank you because you play a huge part in making that possible, and praying for us and supporting us and joining with us with that.